Alrighty, welcome to DM-Incarceration. This is a map I made for a school project. Let's go ahead and load it up. This is best suited for 14 to 18 players and can be played in either deathmatch or team deathmatch style. I actually have a capture the flag variant in the works, so that should be a lot of fun when it gets done. We're going to go ahead and take a walk out here to the docks, which is where this entire map got started. Total working time on this map so far has been approximately about 3 to 4 months, and it's gone very, very well. I have run into a few bumps along the way, but who doesn't? I began this map in the editor, actually playing with the dock mesh that you see right here that I'm standing on. I happen to like the way it looked, and I just kind of ran with it, and before I knew it, I had the basis of a map laid out. The dock area is made up. There's a couple high-end power-ups down the end that originally was a player start, but then I realized it was entirely too unfair for that guy because it took him about 20 seconds to see any action. The map itself does feature 2 height fogs. It has one low level above the water to give it a murky feel, and another one high in the sky. This way it doesn't feel so bright and so crisp. Moving along, we'll go ahead and head up the docks. Once you get up the docks, you head into a small entrance, if you will. Inside of this, you can find some custom-made content. Some crates I made, some barrels I made. I made these using 3D Studio Max 2010, as well as Photoshop CS4. Moving along, we go up the elevator here, and we head out into the main playing field. Now this area is broken down into 3 more areas. We have a shipping yard, the front yard, which includes 3 towers. There's another one hidden way out back, and the main prison. Moving into the shipping yard, we have again some more custom content. In here you'll actually see a forklift that I made. This forklift is approximately 1198 polys, so it is very low poly. I use per poly collision on all of my props, which is really nice. The only thing I couldn't use per poly on was the forklift. Because of its geometry, I wasn't able to do so, because when you ran into it, you would actually jump erratically. So I improvised with that, and I used a blocking volume. In the middle of the shipping area, it's a bunch of pre-made containers that are stacked. There's actually a armor pickup in the middle, and there is a shield belt up top if you wish to venture by climbing the containers. Heading back out into the main playing field, you'll see a bunch of various weapon sheds or weapon shacks. Inside these sheds, you can find different weapon pickups that'll help you along the way. Once in the main front yard, you'll find 3 guard towers. Now these guard towers are close to identical. They all feature a main weapon pickup in the base, as well as 3 tiers of health vials. And then once you get to the top, you'll either find a weapon or a big kick of health. Now this guard tower does have something a little unique to it. It does have a turret installed, which as you can see is locked. I actually installed that and had that set up for the capture the flag variant. We'll move on here to the second guard tower. At the top of this guard tower, I had installed a sniper rifle. And the reason I chose the sniper rifle for this tower is because it has a pretty good vantage point on the entire map. So no matter where you're at, or what you're doing, whether you want to snipe somebody on that tower, the shipping yard, coming up from the docks, or coming out of the prison, you can do so. The only downside of this is they can all shoot you as well, so keep that in mind. Heading off of that tower, we're now going to head into the prison. The front of the prison actually has a 3-piece animated door that I made in Kismet. Once inside, there is a central guard station with weapon pickups and ammo. Or health, I'm sorry. Down here on the first floor, behind the plethora of crates, you can actually find 9 health vials, which is an excellent way to give yourself a 45-point health boost right off the start of a match. Coming over to the other side, we can go ahead and hop on our first elevator. This is going to take us up to the second floor. The second floor contains health, it contains a general weapon pickup, and some armor down here in one of the end cells. Once done here on the second floor, we'll move up to the third. And when you get off the elevator, there is another generic weapon pickup, as well as some more armor and health across the way. Now, up here on the third level, you'll notice there is one cell that has a red light rather than the dim yellow ones that are in the rest. This is meant to draw attention. Reason being for that is there is a slight Easter egg inside of the cell. Inside of this cell, I tried to do something that came back from the beginning of when I started gaming back in Doom, Wolfenstein, Duke Nukem. And what I did here was I used a movable wall as a door. So to the naked eye, it looks just like every other cell until you step up to it and it drops. What I really like about that is it then gives a teleporter. Now this teleporter will give you access to the roof of this second tower. From here, you need to make sure you have at least 75 health. If you have less than 75 health, the impact on the other side will kill you. So just keep that in mind. I personally suggest coming out here with at least 100 health and 20 armor, or 120 health, however you want to cut it. Because when you do leave that roof, if a bot or another opponent does get a couple shots off in you, it'll take away just enough health to kill you. On the other side, you will find a big keg of health. The reason this is here is to give you a safe trip back home. But before you go back, you're going to want to come over here and stop by and pick up the Redeemer, which is everybody's favorite weapon. Now the joy of having the Redeemer on this island out here is you can either A, left click for a normal shot, or you can right click for a guided shot, which will give you the ability to guide the missile in and see who you can kill. So we'll fire that off for fun, and then we'll hit the jump pad and head back. Just try not to fire it and then come back too early, because if you do hit something close enough, it will kill you. Once landed, you will find another generic weapon pickup. However, this one does have an EMP mine in it, which can be fun for dropping right there, because then the guy coming from the island will land on that and have a bad day. Now there are various weapon pickups and armor pickups, you know, spread out throughout the entire level, which is fine. Couple things I have done as far as optimization goes for the level. All of the grass on the ground has been used in via a foliage factory, which allows the adjustment of draw distances. So this really helps when it comes to lower end computers with older hardware, still being able to play the map without a problem. A few other things I did was repetitious use of the same meshes. By doing this, I really kept the mesh memory usage low, which again can really help out the older hardware. All in all, the map plays well. It can be, like I said before, it can be played with 14 to 18 players. We were playing the other night on it with 16 of us, and we racked up about 700 kills total before we got bored and shut it off. Again, we didn't have very many issues at all with things like frame spikes and lag spikes, so again, it does play pretty well. So that's DM-Incarceration. If you want to feel free to give it a go, you can. It is available for download on my portfolio site, which is www.amorton.com. Just go ahead and navigate yourself to the level design page, and you will find the download link right now for what is Incarceration version 1.04. Thanks, and I will talk to you guys later.